Hello, everyone, and welcome to Info Network. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and God bless you. President Mohamed Buhari has appointed a new and substantive Director General for the Apex Capital Market Regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). The new appointment was contained in a letter sent by the President to the Senate, asking for the confirmation of Mr. Lamido Yuguda as the new Director General of the Security and Exchange Commission. In the letter, which was read by the Senate President Ahmed Lawan during the plenary session on Tuesday, May 19, 2020, being today, the President is requesting the upper chamber to confirm the new Director General and three other commissioners for the commission. The other nominees will be full-time commissioners of the commission are Regina C. Karuswa, Ibrahim D. Boye, and Mr. Obisian T. Joseph. In the letter read by the Senate President, the President said, pursuant to Section 3 and 5(1) of the Investment and Securities Act 2007, I write to request for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the following four nominees as Director General and Commissioner of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Their CVs are attached here with SEC. DG Mary Uduk addresses the impact of CBN's policy on equities markets. This appointment ends the controversy surrounding that office and ends the tenure of Mary Uduk, who has been the acting Director General since the controversial sack of the former Director General Monye Gwazo in November 2007 by the then Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun. Gwazo, who was sacked on claims of award of the contract to his companies and collection of a severance package from SEC, where he had served as Executive Commissioner, claimed that he was suspended by the former finance minister because he protested her directive to stop the forensic audit being carried out on Ondo at that time. An administrative panel of inquiry, which was set up to look into these alleged violations of public service rules and other rules and regulations, recommended the dismissal of the former DG on the award of a contract to his company. Mr. Lamido Yuguda is a former director of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and he will be the first substantive SEC Director General in over 2 years. The last one was Moni Gwazo, who was suspended and later removed by the Finance Minister Adosun over allegation of corruption and abuse of office. He was alleged to have approved a sum of an amount of money, and that is why they now had to remove him from the seat. Now, my question is, Mary Uduk, who has been the acting director for this, Uduk took over from an acting director general, Dr. Abdul Zubai, who was redeployed to External Relations Department of the Commission. This is the person that Mary Uduk took from. There is Dr. Abdul Zuba, but he was later redeployed to External Relations Department of the Commissioner. So my question is, 2 years, 1 month and 6 days of service in an acting capacity failed to convince Mr. President that she can handle the seat of Director General. So does it mean that her service of 2 years, 1 month and 6 days, the president wasn't convinced enough that she can handle the seat of that Director General of Security and Exchange Commission? Well, Mr. President has made his choice. he has done the change already. We cannot question and we cannot say more to it. But my question still remains that does it mean that 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days of this woman's service of an acting director, she failed to convince Mr. President that she can handle the seat? This is my question. I don't know if there is more to it. But for someone handling a seat for 2 years, just say 2 years and 2 months, would have been she would they would have she would have been given an opportunity to prove herself. But then see, looking at it from here, that she was an acting director for 2 years and 1 month, and after everything she wasn't even chosen as the permanent secretary, director general of security and exchange commission. Well, let's have your opinion on the comment section on what Mr. President did. Please don't forget to drop your comment below, and please do not forget to subscribe to Info Network, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that when we drop a new video you will be notified. Thank you.